The Bulls won 61 games, the best record in the Eastern Conference and the most efficient offense in the entire league. But numbers alone never tell the real story, because for nearly a decade, the conversation around Michael Jordan had been poisoned by one question that refused to die. Could he actually win playing this way? Could a player so dominant, so ball-heavy, so relentlessly aggressive ever lift a team instead of overshadowing it? Critics said his scoring inflated his ego, that his hunger consumed possessions, that teammates became spectators instead of participants, and year after year, playoff failure seemed to confirm it. But 1991 didn't just answer that question. It buried it permanently, because this wasn't a louder Jordan or a faster Jordan or a more athletic Jordan. This was a smarter Jordan, one who finally understood leverage, timing, and trust. Scottie Pippen didn't just improve, he blossomed into a complete star who attacked mismatches, defended elite players, and handled pressure like a veteran. Horace Grant stopped being inconsistent and became a defensive anchor and reliable scorer. Role players like Paxson, Hodges, Armstrong, and Cartwright played free instead of tight. Because when Michael Jordan passed the ball, defenses collapsed in confusion, help rotations arrived late, closeouts broke down, and when defenses hesitated even for a fraction of a second, Jordan punished them with ruthless efficiency. This wasn't chaos. It wasn't improvisation. It was calculation. Because Jordan wasn't reacting to defenses anymore, he was manipulating them, baiting traps, forcing choices, and exploiting mistakes before they fully formed. And by the time the regular season ended, the league felt it. Something had shifted, because the Bulls weren't just talented, they were balanced, and Jordan wasn't chasing control, he had mastered it. Then the playoffs began, and the switch flipped, because this version of Michael Jordan was calm, quiet, and terrifyingly precise. There was no wasted motion, no emotional forcing of shots, no visible frustration. New York tried to slow the pace, grind possessions down, turn the series into a street fight, hoping to drag Jordan into anger and inefficiency. But it never worked, because Chicago swept the Knicks in 4 games, holding them to just 86 points per game. Jordan led the series in scoring without ever appearing rushed. Every double team was anticipated, every rotation punished, every run erased before it gained momentum. He didn't overpower New York, he outthought them, and the series ended before it ever felt competitive. Then came Philadelphia and Charles Barkley, a legitimate superstar and a real test. This series wasn't about style, it was about survival. Bodies collided, possessions felt heavy, and momentum swung violently. And this is where Jordan separated himself completely, because when pressure peaked, most stars narrowed their games, Jordan expanded his. Game 5, under 1 minute left, Chicago clinging to a 1-point lead, Jordan attacked the rim, absorbed contact, finished strong, then calmly walked to the line and ended the game without emotion. He finished with 38 points and 19 rebounds, and across the series averaged 33 points, 8 assists, and 8 rebounds, not just scoring, but total domination, controlling pace, space, and outcome, and still, even after that, the ghosts remained. Detroit, the bad boys. The team that had psychologically tortured Chicago for 3 straight seasons. This wasn't basketball, it was warfare, elbows, cheap shots, intimidation. And for years, Detroit broke Jordan emotionally before beating him on the scoreboard. But in 1991, fear had switched sides, because Jordan didn't meet violence with anger anymore. He met it with precision. The Bulls were stronger, not just physically, but mentally. Detroit's tactics stopped working because the league had evolved while the Pistons stayed frozen in the past. Chicago swept them in 4 games with no suspense, no drama, and before the final buzzer even sounded, Detroit walked off the floor without shaking hands. And in that moment, Jordan didn't just beat them, he erased them, because dynasties don't always fall slowly. Sometimes they vanish instantly. For the first time in franchise history, the Chicago Bulls reached the NBA Finals, and waiting for them were the Los Angeles Lakers, Magic Johnson, Championship experience everywhere, a dynasty built on timing and chemistry. Vegas favored LA slightly, and Game 1 reinforced every doubt. Because despite 36 points and 12 assists from Jordan, Chicago lost. And instantly the whispers returned. Maybe Jordan couldn't win on the biggest stage. Maybe Magic was still the true master of the finals. Maybe scoring would never be enough. And then Phil Jackson made a quiet decision that changed the sport forever. Scottie Pippen guarded Magic Johnson, and Michael Jordan was given full control of the offense as a playmaker, not just a scorer, and that decision rewired the series. Game 2 started quietly, then Jordan caught fire. 13 straight-made shots. No desperation, no heroics, just flawless execution. And then came the moment that became immortal. Jordan rose for a layup, saw the defender, switched hands mid-air, and finished softly. A simple adjustment that redefined what was possible in the air. The most iconic layup in NBA history. Chicago dominated the Lakers, and the series didn't just tie, it flipped psychologically. Because from that moment forward, Jordan wasn't reacting to the finals, he was dictating them. In Los Angeles, the Lakers tried to respond, they built leads, and Jordan erased them calmly. In Game 3, he forced overtime and controlled every possession, choosing when to attack and when to distribute. In Game 4, injuries crushed LA, and Jordan slowed the game down, suffocating every comeback attempt. And by Game 5, there was nothing left. Chicago won the championship, and Michael Jordan collapsed in tears, not celebration, but release. Because the weight of years of doubt disappeared all at once. He averaged 31 points and 11 assists in the finals, and won Finals MVP. But this wasn't about scoring, it was about command. This wasn't Jordan at his loudest, it was Jordan at his clearest. And here's what most people miss. This wasn't his highest scoring season, it wasn't his most athletic, it wasn't his flashiest, it was his most complete. Because during the 1991 playoffs, he averaged 31.1 points, 8.4 assists, and only 2.5 turnovers. Career highs in PER, win shares, box plus minus, and VORP. The numbers confirm it. The film confirms it. Jordan wasn't rushing. He wasn't forcing outcomes. He was choosing when the game ended. And the Bulls lost only 2 games in the entire playoffs. 2, that's not dominance, that's near perfection. Because after 1991, the league stopped asking if Michael Jordan could win. They started asking how long until he retired, because once inevitability arrives, resistance becomes pointless. And years later, when asked about the best season of his career, Jordan didn't hesitate, he said 1991, because everything aligned, body, mind, system, and team. And if this story changed how you see Michael Jordan, don't scroll, like the video, subscribe, and share it with anyone who thinks they understand basketball, because this wasn't just a championship season. This was the exact moment the greatest player who ever lived stopped chasing greatness and became inevitable.